Thinking about refreshing the carpet in your home? Now's the time to do it. For a limited time at the Home Depot, get 10% off installed carpet projects on trusted brands like LifeProof with pet-proof technology, Home Decorators Collection, and Traffic Master. Plus, with installation starting at just 49 cents per square foot, upgrading your space is more affordable than ever at the Home Depot. Offer valid June 11th, 2026 through June 28th, 2026. Exclusions apply. For licenses, see homedepot.com/license numbers.
Hey, this is Christy from Lululemon. I'm at the office checking out what's new, and I'm really excited about these Groove cinch pants. If you've been looking for something a bit looser with a low rise for yoga, then this could be the move for you. They're in that buttery soft Nulu fabric that you probably know from other Groove styles or even a line. But what I love is they're a relaxed silhouette with a cinch at the hem, so you can make them a jogger, a wide leg, and anything in between. They're the new Groove relaxed cinch pants, available now at lululemon.com.
Ready to soundtrack your summer? With Red Bull Summer All Day Play, you choose a playlist that fits your summer vibe the best. Are you a festival fanatic, a deep end DJ, a road dog, or a trail mixer? Just add a song to your chosen playlist and put your summer on track. Red Bull Summer All Day Play. Red Bull gives you wings. Visit redbull.com/brightsummer ahead to learn more. See you this summer.
This episode is brought to you by Prime. What if you had one more chance with the one that got away?
Sam, you came home.
Based on the best-selling novel from Carly Fortune. Every Year After follows childhood friends Sam and Percy as they reunite in the dreamy, nostalgic lakeside town of Barry's Bay.
Love can be hard to find. So if you're lucky enough to find that person, never let go.
A second chance at first love. Every Year After, now streaming only on Prime.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hi, this is Zoe Deutsch.
And Nick Robinson. Our brand new movie, Voicemails for Isabel, is all about those little moments that feel like the universe is looking out.
Feeling homesick, then your sister calls.
Hearing that perfect song exactly when you need it. Sometimes life rigs things in our favor, like learning about your new favorite rom-com, Voicemails for Isabel. Only on Netflix, June 19th.
Hey, what's up, fam? Welcome back again to Recap Kickback presents the Charm School Kickback live here on YouTube and recapkickback.com. That's right. It's me, your host, Chappell, and I'm back again to talk to you about another iteration of the Flavor of Love cinematic universe, this time Charm School. And we are all the way up to episode 9, the semester review, the semester recap. And with me to talk about this episode, but mostly the season as a whole, and our, of course, new final 4. It's Chantele. Francis, Chantele, welcome back.
Thank you for having me. As per usual, Sunday school is my favorite type of school, especially when we're talking charm school. Now, usually I don't like the recap of the recap. Like, it's just like a nothing burger of an episode, but it just reminded me of where we came from. Like, I was like touched. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And it actually was like, because I've been on this journey with these women, and like we're kind of just invested on who's left right now, but I forgot who came before. And so it actually was a nice little reminder of like the season so far. So I was happy with watching back the season.
Yeah, and I can't wait to talk about all that. But first, we do have to thank all the people who watch us here live on YouTube every week. Even though we have such a sporadic kind of live airing, we try to aim around the same time every Sunday. But, thank you for bearing with us and joining us. It's the same. Yeah, it's around.
1 to 2-ish?
1 to whatever. Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, somewhere in there. And so, thank you to all the listeners who join us live, to all the people who've like tipped and all this other stuff to support the podcast. The best thing you can do is definitely listen to the podcast and share it with your friends. And so, thank y'all for joining us. And then, if you do not get the pleasure of watching us live, you can still watch us on YouTube. We're still here. And sometimes we have visuals, sometimes we have clips. But for the most part, we are just doing this to chronicle Chantele's journey through Charm School and the Flavor of Love cinematic universe for the very first time. And so, this episode brings us to looking back on this season as a whole, and I definitely wanted to talk about it, Chantele, because yeah, we're down to our final 4, but we've lost some really big names in the Flavor of Love history already. And I do think we need to go back and give these women their flowers, because I forgot how much I enjoyed Rain until I saw this. She was great.
I know. I was like, whoa, that was this season? Like when they're doing the whole obstacle course, like that was like the very beginning, first episode. I was like, that was like, I guess it was almost 3 months ago, so it's been a while. But
oh my god, yeah,
yes, like I remember those days when I didn't. Well, I knew these girls, but I didn't know their real names yet. They're just, it was really nice seeing Rain back there. I wish she stayed longer. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing how this season would have turned out with things just have been refigured. Like if you looked at the sliding doors of like an alternative universe. That'd be kind of cool. If it was like a choose your own adventure, like you choose who goes home, and then you could see like how the season goes if that happens. Obviously, that's pretty much impossible, but I did miss everybody that had left, because I was like, oh, I wouldn't have liked him to see this challenge, do this challenge, or do this challenge, or interact with these people. But so yeah, I agree with you though.
It reminds me of like some of the other shows that you and I have talked about, or just even separately, like Survivor or Big Brother, or even The Challenge, where you meet a character the first time they play and you really get to know them. But then the more you let them play, the more lore you get and the more appreciation you get for them. And then when you go back and watch it back, you kind of see, oh, this person was always a star, right? And they just needed a little bit more screen time. And so we're going and getting some of the most notorious names from Flavor of Love in order to put them here on Charm School and let them, grow as people. But we're also learning their real names for the first time, for the most part, and also kind of learning more about their personality that's not all centered around a man. And so this time we did definitely get some standout characters, and I do want to ask you about some of these people, because we have to go back and watch the 0 episode of this season where they kind of do a cast preview. And so I thought it'd be fun to do like a cast like almost like review, and like kind of just like tell me what you think about these characters now that we've seen some of their different content, and we could just go in order. Our first boot, Thela, aka Rain. What was your knowledge?
Who?
You're right.
I still forgot her real name.
What was your reaction to Rain prior to the season, and now that you've watched her journey on Charm School?
Well, obviously, like I firstly see her fighting with New York in the car. That's like my first real memory of her. And I just thought she was probably like just a bit of a hothead, and like it definitely a star in the sense that like willing to go toe to toe with New York, and like willing to just like, she's on camera, but she's not holding back whatsoever. And so like that was an interesting character trait to learn about her. But she went home so early, so you didn't really get to know her, and she also kind of went home a little bit early here too. So I wonder, like, why doesn't she have staying power is kind of where I'm wondering about her, because I do think that she has star quality. She's kind of like the Francesca of the Flavor of Love universe. Going home relatively early, her 2 showings that I know of anyways.
Yeah, but I agree. And I think with her being kind of like an early boot both times, it's clear that she has star qualities, because she's memorable each time, right? Like the first time it was, and with the New York fight, where she's yelling, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck, like that's, I can see it. I can see it when she did it, and I haven't forgotten it. But then this season, it's a little less memorable, but now that we've just watched it, her sitting around and being like crying because of the camping was too hard, and being like, I can't even be mad and
being
angry.
Consoled by Layleen,
right? Layleen told her to get it together. I think Monique's final words for Thela was pray for therapy, and to that, I think we got some more layers to her. I would love to see her play another VH1, Flavor of Love type of show. Do you think we ever see Rain again?
If we do, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think so. The reason why I don't think so is just because she hasn't made it past the early episodes both times that she's come around. Yes, she is memorable in the sense that like the producers liked her, but I think that more people might have surpassed her this season, we'll say. Like the more people just say that had more screen time that were on for longer made a little bit of a bigger impact. So I think that the more people other than her, they would be willing to take a chance on bringing back, since she doesn't do that as much. Like she doesn't stay in the game long enough.
Right. So her exit is kind of like the coming out party for Safari. Safari ends up winning that challenge,
actually,
and like really picking a team that could win versus Layleen.
I think they're trading lives, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Like if it was the other way around, I would say the same thing about Safari. Like, well, went out first, like pretty early both times. Like, I don't think that they're gonna call her back. But Safari now made it all the way through. And so I do think Safari has a better chance of being called back than Rain. And they have a kind of a similar story, I would say.
Yeah, Safari picks the right team to win this obstacle course. And the other team, Layleen's team, does not pick a winning team, is kind of leaning on friendships. And so we see that this is kind of like the Safari, like beginning of like who she is as a character. And kind of like, hey, all right, she's in to play the game. Like she's coming to win. She said, I don't want any cookie eaters on my team, which is a little fat phobic, but she said, I need the athletic folks because I came here to win. Whereas we see people like Layleen really struggle with that. Now,
my first thought though wasn't fat phobic. I'm like, why wouldn't they want lesbians on the team?
Oh, I don't know if is that a euphemism?
It's something like you eat the cookie. I don't know. That's where my mind went. I was like, what?
Yeah, I think she was just looking for people who were in shape. So several characters are pretty purple through this recap episode. Crazy's nowhere to be found. Toasty's nowhere to be found. Sirius is kind of in the background, but she doesn't get a lot of screen time. Goldie is very much in the background. But
except for that one scene, though.
Oh, yeah, we could talk about that scene.
Let's go right there.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. The one time we really see Goldie is that she's sitting on a bus, and this was left out of the season proper.
She was wasted though too. Like she was.
Yeah, Goldie was very drunk. But that said, somebody was probably a little bit drunker, and that was Brooke, aka Pumpkin, and Brooke is so drunk that she needs the bus to stop so that she can pee. Now, I don't know if they told her they're not stopping the bus. I don't know if she never even asked for them to stop the bus. We don't see her ask, but we do see her asking for a bottle because she needs to pee. This bus has no less than 8 people on it, I think, at this point. No, 9 people on it because Goldie is still there. Pumpkin pees into a bottle, standing up in her charm school outfit while a bus is moving, surrounded by 8 other people.
I mean, this is talent, right? Like she needs to take this show on the road. It's crazy. That's like that's the aim, because like they have made products for this now. It's called have you heard of it? Shiwi?
The little cup, the little
it's like
cup,
a funnel,
like shoots. Yeah, it's like a funnel.
It's like a funnel, so that you can pee standing up.
If you need to, I've heard.
This is like a camping trip that is like meant for women to use if they're in the woods. So she doesn't even need this. Like this is crazy.
Well, was this?
Do we know how accurate she was though?
Well, like that says, if I'm not mistaken, Dara, queen that she is, says you must have a dick because there's no way your aim can be that good. Her pelvic floor, at the very least, is very like it's extremely strong. I heard a couple people screaming that she missed a spot. This was, to me, the most troubling part about this is that there are 8 other people on this bus with her. This is not a
and a cameraman,
limousine.
At least one cameraman.
At least one cameraman. Brooke, have some decorum, please.
Well, okay. I am a person, though, that if I'm a little bit too tipsy, I will pee wherever. I've never tried peeing in a bottle before, but I would definitely make the bus driver stop and like I'd go in a bush or whatnot. So I do understand, though, the need to pee, especially when drinking, and not caring about where you go.
I've talked to someone before, and she's been like, like men have it so easy; they can just pee wherever they want.
Yeah.
And like, as a man, I don't pee outside because it doesn't come up as often as you would think. I think because like women are limited, they're like, damn, if I only didn't have to deal with this every now and then, right? Whereas like for me, I'm like, I can't remember the last time I peed on it's like on the side of a road or something like that. It's just like you pee before you go, or you pee when you get home. Like I don't know.
I can't say the same. Can't say the same. You can't say the same.
You're like, cannot relate.
I can't. Well, also though, I do have it that, like I have like a cyst that kind of push up against my bladder, and so it makes me
you're like, I got other things going on,
right? Like it does make me have to go, and like when I have to go, I have to go. So I definitely can understand, especially if you're break the seal and you're drinking beer or something and having to go every 15 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes. So I get it.
See, to me, peeing outside isn't the issue. I think the biggest issue that women would have would be the restroom situation. Because, as a man, you get to come in and not really touch anything, like I don't, because I don't know, maybe most people aren't grossed out by restrooms like I am, but I just don't like it's kind of nasty. And so you come in, use the restroom, minimal touching of other things, and you can get out. When we got other stuff going on, you gotta be a little bit more handsy with the room that you're in. And so maybe peeing outside sometimes seems like a better alternative.
Absolutely. Like I guess you wouldn't do well on Survivor, huh?
I could pee outside. Make no mistake, it's nothing for me to do it. It just doesn't come up. It's not a thing that I have to worry about. It's like I peed when I want to. Now listen. It's one of my great joys as a man with a penis. I can pee outside. It's like, listen, when it happens, it's great. It just doesn't happen at all. Like it just is not a thing. But what'd you think about Pumpkin doing this surrounded by her castmates?
I mean, if anybody would do it, would be her. I can't picture anybody else doing it. She seems the one that's most liberated in that way. So whether it's making out with a guy or peeing on a bus in front of her friends or enemies, it would be Pumpkin to do it. So I was at the beginning, I was laughing. I'm like, she's not gonna actually do it, and I'm like, oh no, she's actually doing it. And just seeing though, like Goldie thinking it's so funny,
but sitting
like,
right next to her,
like she's just like,
it's so bad. It's so bad.
Funny. I wonder if Goldie has this part of her set, because it definitely, she could make a joke out of this for sure.
Got to sometimes,
or just tell the story and it's funny.
Yeah, the craziest stories are the best jokes, right? Like people would be like, "Oh, you can't write this," and it's like, no, this literally happened to her. So yeah, we got a lot of big moments from Pumpkin in this recap of the recap, because it kind of tracks the friendship between Pumpkin and Laylene, and it's not really a real friendship, they're from the same season, so I'm sure they're bonded by that. They probably were friends outside of the show to some extent, but then them coming back here and competing for all this money, we kind of saw a side of Brooke / Pumpkin that was kind of like frenemies with Laylene. It's like she was like, oh, Laylene is my friend, but she would also say really horrible things about her. Like she can't think on her own. She's dumb. She's a dumbass bitch. She, don't even get me started on when Pumpkin starts shaming her for being a stripper. So we kind of track all of their fights throughout. What'd you think about the dissolving of this friendship?
Well, I don't think of Brooke as being that genuine of a person. Like, I don't know who she's actually going to be really close friends with. I definitely know that her brand is kind of being hated by everybody. And so even if she was like, I don't think she could ever actually be friends with Laylene, just because Laylene isn't like cool necessarily. So I think that she's just kind of like a temporary friendship creator. So like someone that can serve her in the moment, and then she's just pretty easy to discard them. I don't know if she's a real, like, makes real friends.
Right.
She might be one of those girls that it's always with guys. You know what I mean? Like, because she's not a good friend to girls.
She's a guy's girl. Okay. Well, she seems to be pretty decently friends with Goldie, aka Courtney, but I think everybody's friends with Courtney. I think if you look around and you look at the list of people, Brooke did not do a good job of making friends with these people. And I mean, to be fair, neither did Laylene. So it's really hard to know. But the two of them are like oil and water, and they just happen to be almost like a marriage of convenience, right? Like they know each other, and so they have to work together. And we see that they do benefit each other. We get to the recap of the episode where Laylene is giving up her ring, her mom's ring, for the donations. And although her and Brooke were kind of at odds a little bit, Brooke was like, girl, don't give up them rings. Yeah, don't do that. But Laylene ends up winning that challenge for them and saving them both. So, you know, it might have been a heavy recap, like dealing with Pumpkin, like so much Pumpkin drama, but we also saw Laylene kind of coming into her own in this series as somebody who wanted to look strong. And she had a couple of like really good challenges.
Yeah, like I like Laylene. She needs like a pep talk. You know what I mean? Like she's really, really gorgeous and she's doing what she can for her kids. She's like providing for them. I think that she has good morals and values. Like I think she's a good person. So like, I don't know why she just like, she thinks so poorly of herself and I just think she's smart and like, I think that maybe that was like a role that she played to make other people feel comfortable and she just got it became second nature to her. But I really wish though that she like saw how much power she actually has because she could be pretty dominant if she kind of believed in herself a little bit more.
No, I totally agree. And I think that you make a really good point about her maybe have falling into a role that, you know, is to kind of downplay her own intelligence and to upplay just like, oh, well, I'm here to be pretty XYZ because it makes people feel comfortable. But she doesn't really embrace those things about her, the good stuff, right? And so, and I think it might be a little bit of the patriarchy, just a little bit, you know, because she's very much like a stripper, but she's also a little judgy when it comes to other people, right? Like we saw her and Larissa really having it out because she didn't like the way Larissa was handling herself with the man that they were, you know, supposed to be courting. Then we see her and Brooke have it out because she didn't vote for Brooke when they had to vote for who was the worst, the best in the challenge or whatever. She did not have Brooke's back because she didn't like the way she conducted herself. You know, she was the whore of charm school. And so, but it's crazy because Laylene, you would think being sex worker adjacent would be a lot more forgiving of those things. And she seems to be really critical of herself and others.
Well, and usually when people are critical of themselves, they also are really critical of other people, right? And so that's kind of why, like, you always see that finger pointing back at them. And so that's probably why she's super critical to other people, is because she's that harsh on herself. And I agree, it probably is the patriarchy, especially sex work is definitely using the patriarchy either sometimes to your benefit or sometimes like playing into it. And so she's probably had to maybe adjust the ways that she is in order to be able to maneuver herself safely in these situations. So yeah, patriarchy is definitely coming into play. And then also she's pretty hard on herself. I wonder if she's had a parental figure that was also hard on her growing up.
Like you can kind of see even when she talks about where her ex-husband or whatever, it just the way she talks about him, where he said he didn't want me anymore, it's like almost like an object, like he didn't want me, like a toy, like I don't want you anymore. I don't want to be, it just didn't seem like, oh, well, we had differences or we grew apart, like this like joint effort. It felt like she was saying that he was done with her, and maybe that is something that she has to look into internally. Maybe Charm School will help her with that. What do you think about Laylene as a potential winner of this season?
Plan B is a backup birth control option that's there for you when things don't go according to plan. It specifically works after unprotected sex and before pregnancy occurs by temporarily delaying ovulation. Plan B is available nationwide at all major retailers and through delivery apps like DoorDash. No ID, prescription, or age requirement. It's the #1 OBGYN recommended brand of emergency contraception, and it won't impact your future fertility. That's freedom to be. Use as directed.
Good sleep is everything. That's why Ollie's Science Back Support is made with a blend of melatonin and L-theanine for both kiddos and grown-ups. So when your mind won't switch off, you've got something that can help. Your racing thoughts and restless nights won't stand a chance. Find Ollie Sleep Solutions for the whole family at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. You know those friends who support your preference for podcasts over music on road trips? That's the energy State Farm brings to insurance. With over 19,000 local agents, they help you find the coverage that fits your needs, so you can spend less time worrying about insurance and more time enjoying the ride. Download the State Farm app or go online at statefarm.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
Get business done with the new American Express Graphite Business Cash Unlimited card. With unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible purchases. Unlimited 5% cash back on flights and prepaid hotels booked through American Express Travel Online. And a flexible spending capacity that can grow with your business. You'll have the confidence to keep building. Apply today and earn a welcome offer of $1,500 cash back after you spend $50,000 in qualifying purchases on your new card within the first 6 months of card membership. Terms apply. Learn more at go.amex/graphite.
Introducing Taco Bell's new sweet and spicy jalapeno citrus salsa. Made with bright citrus and real red jalapenos. You can get it with anything on the Cantina chicken menu for a delicious, tangy twist to make all your faves instantly better. And while jalapeno citrus salsa is only available for a limited time, know this: jalapeno citrus salsa demands the spotlight. It's the sauce with main character energy. Get jalapeno citrus salsa with anything on the Cantina chicken menu for a limited time, only at Taco Bell, at participating locations while supplies last.
Chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, can make me feel like a spectator in my own life.
Botox, onabotulinum toxin A, prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine. It's not for those with 14 or fewer headache days a month. It's the #1 prescribed branded chronic migraine preventive treatment.
Prescription Botox is injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Why wait? Ask your doctor, visit BotoxChronicMigraine.com, or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Stressed your vacation rental is catfishing you? Not on Vrbo. Vrbo's Loved by Guests badge highlights top-rated properties guests truly love. The ones with exceptional, verified ratings for cleanliness, location, all the good stuff. That means no surprises. No, this looked better online. What you see is what you get. Look for the Loved by Guests badge and book today on the Vrbo app. If you know, you Vrbo.
I'm Glenn Washington, host of Snap Judgment from KQED. Every week, Snap drops you inside someone's biggest decision. The kind of decision you can only make once. With everything on the line, what do you believe? What do you want? And what would you risk to get it? Find out. Tap to listen now to Snap Judgment from KQED on Spotify.
I don't know if I see it. I just haven't seen enough growth. Like, we're talking about her maybe not being so hard on herself, her believing in herself a little bit more. I just don't know if she has the belief in herself to win. She's like wants it. I think she wants it a lot, but sometimes that reeks of desperation and it just doesn't get you the win in the end. Like, I kind of relate it to, we'll say, like an acting gig. If someone comes in like to an audition really wanting a role and like needing it for some reason, it just is just like, it's a little bit of a repellent for whatever reason. You just like, you don't want anybody that wants you that badly. And so I feel like if she kind of had a little bit more self-esteem and like doesn't need it that badly in that same way, I think it might, she might have a better outcome.
Next up, questioned by Monique. We'll see somebody else who's in the final four. It's Becky Buckwild Johnson, Rebecca Johnston, as we like to call her here affectionately. Monique says, "Okay, Buckwild, where's the black girl? Because that's kind of your whole thing, and I'm not really seeing her. What do you think about this interaction between Monique and Buckwild, and where she's basically asking her to explain this code switching that this woman does?"
Then what she did is cry the first thing. She's like, "I love black women." Yeah.
Black women have more fun.
Black women have more fun. Or like acting like a black woman and being white has more fun. Like, because like you don't have any of the repercussions of like having too much fun might be if you were black.
It's funny because you say it out loud and it's like, yeah, that's so obvious, but for some reason she just happens to miss it. She just seems to miss that part. Lady, you don't get to pick and choose. He's like, but when it's time to have fun, I want to be black. What's wrong with that?
And when it's time for me to be Becky and cry and get what I want, that's when it's that time. So it just kind of reminded me, from the beginning, they didn't share it with us. They should have shown it to us. So like we'd not be on Becky's side this whole time. But I was just kind of like, Buckwild is always Becky. She's always Becky.
What was your journey like with Buckwild? Because I know you said that we wouldn't all be on her side, but would you say you've been rooting for her this season?
A little bit in the middle. I was definitely, I thought she was doing well in the challenges. I thought that she was like I thought her, I guess it was Rebecca. Who do I hate? I hate Rebecca. Becky's okay, right?
Becky is on Charm School. Yeah, Becky is on Charm School. And Becky is the one we hate. We like Rebecca. Rebecca is the one who shows up for the challenges.
Okay. So I like
her
Rebecca.
resume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Becky
like
is Becky is
Oh, that's Becky? Okay.
Yeah.
Becky,
I think so.
Becky's the
Becky's Karen.
White woman. Karen.
Yeah. Becky is Karen.
Becky with the big hair. Got it.
I guess I should ask you, Chantele. Becky is in the final four. What do you think about Becky as a winner?
I don't think that Monique will allow that to happen, especially just them showing the code switching conversation. Like, I don't think that Monique really likes that. Not like that. But I just like that she appreciates it. I think she understands that you need to have maybe her as a character on the show. I just don't see Monique rewarding Becky's journey.
So we did get a few clips of Becky throughout the season. She's done, like you said, she's done good on the challenges. She was there for Safari, but she had her big breakdown when it came to New York. She was not able to bounce back from that. She lost the PR challenge, and Safari was the one who was there for Becky. They clearly have become friends. They're from their second season together, even though she was only there for like 3 seconds. Safari seemingly had found her match in Becky. But what do you think about Safari as a potential winner of Charm School?
Now, this is getting closer. I do worry about her needing it a lot. But it's in a little bit of a different way than it seems like Lailene needs it. Because it's just when people need something too badly, sometimes it repels the win. It just happens. If somebody's giving it to somebody, sometimes makes people feel icky. But because they showed in this scene about how she's really doing it for like her family, and she needs they showed her talking about the rats that were underneath the floor and having to she just wants to buy a place that she can live. I think they could have showed this because maybe they're going to give it to her because it really is going to mean something to her. And they would have edited this after they filmed the whole season, I would imagine. And so they know who's the winner. And so I'm wondering if they included this because of the fact that they wanted to even more so show that she is the rightful recipient. And I do think she's also done very well this season. Like, I think that we saw her at the charity challenge where she gave up her stuff, and she had a moment where she was breaking down, but like, you got to see the real her. She got some tears out of me, and she came back around and she was able to give. And I just feel like that might be rewarded in the end. The fact that she had so much obvious growth. So I do see her in the final 2, and I could see her winning with her edit so far.
Mr. Roybot in the chat says, how much is the prize money again? It's $50,000. Yeah, $50,000. And like Chantele said, we do find out why Safari is in this competition. She needs that money because her landlord be tripping and they have floor damage and she's been homeless. And she says, I will never be homeless again. And so, yeah, I think it is a very compelling story if she does go on to win, because it's like, yeah, we see somebody who really needs this, who has this weird like first boot, to like edit where, like she was there so early, so out of the game so fast that we didn't even know that she didn't get a nickname, only for her to come here, and now she's in the final 4. So it would be really cool if she was able to go from first out to first place. And so we'll have to see more of that. But you're right, she had the big moment with the thrift store, which was cool because we know she felt about those UGG boots and she really didn't want to give them up, but she tried to win the challenge by giving up all her stuff. And she hasn't really been in too much drama, because Safari, I think they're afraid of her. Number one, I think there's just like a level of, we're not going to do all that hollering and shouting with Safari before she just started hitting people. It's just not going to, I'm not calling her violent, but she's already proven before that there's not a lot of talking that's going to go on, and you better not hit her with flowers either. And so I could see her as like a winner pick for sure. And the other person, somebody who was surrounded by drama this entire season, Shay Bucky Johnson is here. And she is also in the final 4. But Chantele, what do you think about Shay as, somebody who has outlasted her partner in crime, Larissa, got into some fights, but also has made it all the way here to the final 4?
I think she probably has, she's definitely going to get into the final 2, in my opinion. I think that she's had a pretty well-rounded season. We've seen her kind of like stick to her friend and then get into fights, but then also like make up with people, also have like moments with Monique, doing well in some challenges, doing poorly in a few other challenges, sticking around. And so I could see her winning as well. So right now my final 2 is between Safari and Shay. And it kind of just depends on what Monique is willing to reward this season. Is she going to give it to Safari for needing it the most, or is she going to give it to Shay, who I think has she had the most growth? Safari had that good moment, which was a good growth. I'm kind of on the fence. I think it's between the 2 of them right now. I could lean either way between Shay and Safari.
So with Shay, I guess my issue with Shay is that I don't know if she's grown. I think that for me, she came in as somebody who really didn't have that much of a reputation from Flavor of Love. Like she does almost kill Crazy that time, but who didn't? And so she did almost push Crazy off a balcony. That's a thing. But in this season, she does get tied up with the Larissa drama. A lot of the they set Hottie up. We saw that replayed in the recap episode as well. And setting up Hottie was a joint decision between her and Larissa. Larissa ends up kind of playing fast and loose with that, puts Shay's name out there. Shay ends up telling Monique, and the 2 of them end up falling out. But she survives, and she's now made it to the final 4. I don't know if Monique is going to reward, maybe that type of behavior, but who knows? I mean, we still got one more episode. Maybe there's some challenges that's going to eliminate each other. How do you think we're going to get down to a final 2? Do you think it's going to be a final 2, or maybe it's a final 3?
I've been saying final 2 because I think final 2. I wouldn't be surprised if like the next episode 2 people are out and then we're just left with the final 2. But it could obviously be a final 3. But right now, my gut's saying final 2.
Michael Horn in the chat saying, Fire making. Thank you, Hornhead. Yeah.
Drawing rocks, rock draw.
Right. Drawing rocks, maybe an obstacle course. I don't know. I feel like maybe, what would you think about a jury vote as a way of deciding who's the winner here? Like if all the people who don't make the final two have to come back and pick who they think will win. What did you think? What would you think about it as like almost like a format?
Wait. Maybe then the final challenge or the final two challenge, whichever, they have to do like, when they do like little like snippets of different challenges they did before. So maybe it is going to be all encompassing, and like the final of it is going to be a bit of a debate as to why I should win Charm School, and then they have their fellow people in there seeing their whole journey and like giving them reasons as to why or why not they should win. I can see it.
Okay. So you said you think your final two is going to be Safari and Shay. Who do you think wins in a jury vote between the two of those women?
I feel like Safari has more friends. Because it was kind of like Shay and Larissa, like kind of off themselves a little bit. I think Safari has more friends. I think Safari would win in a jury vote.
Okay.
And I think she would also have she would have the emotional impact because people have been with her throughout this season and like knows how much it would mean to her. So I think she would also have that in her belt, in her pocket.
We got a couple minutes. Okay, let's see. Safari versus Laylene in a jury vote.
Safari.
What about Safari versus Becky in a jury vote?
Safari.
So you think?
Wait, does Safari have friends? I mean, sorry, does Becky have friends?
Okay, let's go through it. Let's just do Safari versus Becky. Do you think Thayla votes for Safari or Becky?
I don't know if she'll have a problem with Safari because she beat her. So maybe was Becky on the other team? Do you remember?
Yes, they weren't on the same team.
Oh, so
Becky was with Safari. Yeah.
I think she would vote Safari.
What about Crazy?
Crazy might vote Becky.
I don't know what Crazy would do. What about Toasty? Could you see Toasty voting for Safari?
No, but I don't. But was she on the same season as Safari? Yes, right.
Safari was only there for 2 seconds.
I know, but
these women.
But she's still, but she was on the same season at least. So
she is. Yeah,
I think maybe support your season.
Okay. What about Crystal? We know Safari hated Crystal.
So yeah, so Crystal will probably Buck Wild.
Okay, who does Goldie vote for? She voted for her friend Buck Wild. I mean, I don't even know if she's even friends with Buck Wild.
I think she is friends with Buck Wild. Didn't Becky say that Goldie was her girl?
I think everybody thinks they're friends with Goldie. I think if anything, Goldie's probably like in the Brooke camp.
I think she might do Buck Wild.
Okay. What about Dara? Who does Like That vote for here?
Oh, I don't know.
It's gonna be close.
Safari.
Okay. What about Hottie? Who does Shatar vote for?
Who does Shatar hate more though? I don't even know. I don't know who she likes or hates. She's an enigma.
We'll leave her then.
Tell me who you think for her.
For Hottie?
Yeah.
Coin toss.
Exactly. Like, I don't even know.
How about Larissa?
I think she would vote for Safari.
Brooke?
Safari?
Okay. What about Shay? If Shay is in the jury, who does she vote for?
I don't think nobody likes them. The people in the end don't like Becky because of all those antics, I think. So I think Safari.
Oh, it sounds like our winner, based on jury vote, was probably going to be Safari. So if it's a jury vote, it'll be good for her. But we really don't know how we're going to get this narrowed down to a final two, or even if we're going to a final two, we will find out next week when we come back for our final Sunday school before we know the winner. We still got to come back after that and do the reunion. Do you think we should do the reunion and the winner announcement at the same time or no? Because it's 2 separate episodes, but we've combined them before.
I can combine them. Yeah, I don't have to wait a week to see it. So yeah, I'll combine them. Yeah,
it's either that or we do the winner and then we do the reunion with the zero episode as well. Yeah, bring in Matt. Yeah,
wait,
I think we do it that way.
Yeah, so do the reunion. The final episode, and then the reunion and the zero episode the following week.
Yeah, and then we move on to whatever's next.
Whatever's next. I'm sad but excited at the same time.
I'm very same. Honestly, same. Yeah, because I'm like, man,
you know what's next?
Talk about, of course, I know what's next. What are you talking about?
I wasn't sure if you had like a couple of thoughts or ideas.
No. We are mathematically we have some things to do, and so
he's also suggesting the Tyra Banks special too.
Yes, Blaine, thank you for that. Those are the 3 things we will watch. So we'll have a couple of things that we need to.
Okay.
Yeah, after. So we'll do the finale episode, and then the 3 things that we'll do are the reunion, the Tyra Banks thing, and the zero episode. And I think we can. That way we'll cover all our bases that way. We need to reach out to Matt. But until next week, Chantele, tell everybody where they can find you and what you're working on.
Well, it's Love Island summer. So I'm talking about Love Island UK on my channel, Reality Realists with 3 S's over here on YouTube. This last 2 episodes, I just recapped them before coming on with Chappell right now. And I was fuming. It got me mad, big mad. So if you want to see me rant and rave about these men in the villa over in the UK, I guess not in the UK, in Spain, go to my channel and watch. So I'm covering that. Sometimes I'm going to go on Entertainment in Color with Tamika and friends, and we were talking about Love Island USA. And other than that, we're just waiting about less than a month's time. It's going to be Big Brother. Yes. So that is happening soon. So you'll be seeing me over on RHAP talking about Big Brother. And then last week, I think was it last week? Last week I did the finale episode of Euphoria with Grace on the Tastemakers on RHAP. So if you want to see our thoughts on Euphoria season finale, you can catch me over there. Boom.
All right. And y'all know what else we got going on here on Recap Kickback. It's me and Mari talking about Interview with the Vampire, and in a week we'll be talking about House of the Dragon as well, double duty. And then I'm going to try to bring some other stuff in the meantime because I don't like to just limit myself to TV recaps. I like to do some other stuff. So we're working on some things in the background that should go up soon as well. But yeah, tune in to Recap Kickback. Subscribe to the podcast, recapkickback.com/subscribe or youtube.com/@recapkickback so that you don't miss a thing. That's it. Sunday school is over, but we will be back next week when class is back in session here on Recap Kickback Presents the Charm School Kickback Live. Thank y'all for listening. Take care, everybody. Peace.
I've been trapped behind Swan Maria, isolated like it's North Korea. Smaller city with some bigger dreams. The wall is cracked, I'm looking in between it. The world is yours, but man, I gotta see it. They say it's hard, but man, I gotta see it. The air I'm breathing can't feel my chest. Wait on life, I wanna hold my breath. I'ma get in my goddamn self.
This Father's Day, when you ship UPS Air at the UPS store, your items arrive on time or your money back, guaranteed at no extra cost. It's like the father of all shipping services. It shows up to the airport way too early, just to play it safe. It's overprotective about all the things that truly matter, and it's always prompt, especially to be with family. Make it your first choice to celebrate your dad. Ship UPS Air with our money-back guarantee, exclusively at the UPS Store U.S. retail locations. Visit the upsstore.com/airshipping for full details. Terms and conditions apply.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry. Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable. From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces, ready to be engraved with your summer mantra. Each design moves with you, from beach days to golden nights, and every memory in between. Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection, in-store or online at pandora.net, and let your summer unfold.
The right window treatments change everything. Your sleep, your privacy, the way every room looks and feels. At Blinds.com, we've spent 30 years making it surprisingly simple to get exactly what your home needs. We've covered over 25 million windows and have 50,000 five-star reviews to prove we deliver. Whether you DIY it or want a pro to handle everything from measure to install, we have you covered. Real design professionals, Free samples, zero pressure. Right now, get up to 45% off site-wide, plus get a free professional measure at Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions apply.
There's a new way to Sweet Green. Meet Wraps. Handheld, hearty, and made for life on the move. With bold, chef-crafted flavors, fresh ingredients, and over 40 grams of protein, they're built to satisfy without slowing you down. Try Wraps today in the app or at order.sweetgreen.com. Available at all participating locations.
Spring just slid into your DMs. Grab that boho look for that rooftop dinner, those sandals that can keep up with you, and hang some string lights to give your patio a glow up. Spring's calling. Ross, work your magic.